Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we're going to continue reviewing for Algebra 2 regions, and we're going to do today August 2019. We're going to start by part 1, the multiple choice. Now, in the first part, we're asking when the expression x plus 2 all square plus 4x plus 2 plus 3 is rewritten in product of two binomial, the result is. So actually, first I'm going to FOIL all of them. So I'm going to get x squared plus 4x plus 4, and I distribute 4x plus 8, and I have plus 3. Now alike terms. Okay, plus 3. Alike terms, so I have x squared plus 8x plus 15. Now I'm going to factorize it. The product for the factor for 15 is 5 and 3. X and x plus and plus, so the answer is 2. Question number 2. The first term, so in geometric, so I have a1 equal to 8, and I have the fourth term equal to 216, and he won S12. So I'm going to use the A4 to find the R. So A4 equal to A1 times R n minus 1, which is 4 minus 1 is 3. Now this is 216 equal to 8 R cube. I divide both sides by 8. So R cube equal to 27. Taking the cube root, R equal to 3. Now, the information changed. I have A1 equal to 8, R equal to 3, and he want S12. So S12 equal to A1, 1 minus R to power 12, 1 minus R. The A1 is 8, 1 minus 3 to power 12, divided by negative 2, which is going to come by 2,125,760. So the answer is 3. Question number 3. Barry invested in property that cost him 1,500. 5 years later, it was 3,000. And 10 years from his original purchase, it was 6,000. Assuming that the growth rate remained the same, which type of the function? So first, it was 1,500. After 5 years, it becomes 3,000. After another 5 years, it becomes 6,000. If you look for this number, it's multiple by 2. And multiplication by 2 means it's exponential function, so the answer is 1. Now, question number 4. If a cubed plus 27 equal to a plus 3 times a squared plus ma plus 9, you want the value for the m. So that's sum of two cubes, so it's a plus 3, taking the cube roots, square the first, a square, first times second with opposite sign, so negative 3a, and square last positive 9. So now if you compare, positive m is equal to negative 3, so the answer is 2. Question number 5. So if cosine theta, so here is theta, cosine is adjacent. I'm going to do the calculation without the sign now. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, so the hypotenuse is 4, the adjacent is 3. I'm going to try to find the opposite. So according to Pythagorean theorem, c square a square equal to b square plus c square, which is going to be 16 equal to 9 plus c square. So in that case, c square equal to 7. So that's going to be radical 7. Now he is asking about the sign. Sign is opposite over hypotenuse, negative 7 over 4. That's a sign. But he said in the third quadrant. So according to all students take calculus, here in the third quadrant only 10 is positive, so it should be negative 7, radical 7 over 4. So the answer is 1. Question number 6. A veterinary pharmaceutical company plans to test a new drug to treat a common intestine. So I have the word test. Intestine. Puppies randomly assigned to two equal groups. Half of the puppies receive the drug. Half of the other half placebo. So I have a control and I have the word test means it's experiment and it's going to be controlled experiment. So the answer is going to be 4. Question number 7. I want to simplify this equation. 2 minus x minus 1 divided by x by plus 2. So I'm going to do x minus 1 dividing by x plus 2, giving me 1. X plus 2, over the sign, it's negative 3. So now, x minus 1 divided by x plus 2 is going to be, open parentheses, 1 minus 3 over x plus 2. Now I'm going to distribute the negative sign. So it's 2 plus 1, 2 minus 1, sorry, 2 minus 1 plus 3x plus 1, which is going to be 1 plus 3 over x plus 2, which is 2. Now, question number 4. He giving me a function. So I have to know the function first. So I'm going to distribute. So I have 4x cubed plus 4ax squared minus x minus a. So the degree is third degree. So, and here the coefficient is positive. So here is the cubic function. Now I'm going to ask about the behavior. So if it's going to negative infinity, it's going to negative infinity. And if it's going to positive infinity, it's going to positive infinity. So the answer is 2, according to the graph. Because here positive. That's positive. Question number 9. Now, he's giving me this data, and now he's asking about the recursive. Recursive means I should have the first term and the formula. This one doesn't have a first term. Number 2 and number 4 doesn't have the first term. So now for 1 and 2, they have the first term, which is 2000. Now, I'm going to check. Here it's coming by minus, so here it's negative 320, but when you're going to minus 320, it should give you 1340, not that number. So for sure it's going to be geometric one and it's going to be number 3. Now, again, so I have 9x squared minus 2 divided by 3x plus 1. So 9x squared divided by 3x giving me 3x. So I have 9x squared plus 3x. Switch the sign. Let's cancel out and I have negative 3x minus 2. Negative 3x divided by 3x is giving me negative 1. So negative 3x minus 1. Switch the sign. Let's cancel out. I have negative 1. So the negative 1 is a remainder. So it should be 3x minus 1 minus 1 over 3x. So for 10, it's number 1. Question number 11. Now, if fx is even function, if fx is even function. Even function means it has a symmetry around the x-axis. It has a symmetry around the x-axis. The y-axis. So I have a symmetry around the y-axis. So he's asking me what type of transformation is going to keep this as a symmetry. So here I have a right shift, means I move the function to the right and I lost the symmetry, so that's incorrect. Sorry, oh yes, that's incorrect. Now, for 2, I move the function up by 3, so I still have the symmetry, so that's the only one correct. That's the only one correct. So any translation to the left or to the right is going to make you lose the symmetry. Now, the average monthly temperature for a city can be modeled by a cosine function. Melissa has been living in Phoenix, Arizona, where the average annual temperature is 75. Now, she would like to move and live in a location where its average is 62. So, if you're looking at the word average, and if you're looking for the cosine function, the average always is going to be the midline. So, Melissa should focus on the midline. So, number 4. Question number 13. He wants probability of B. So he giving me probability of A given B. Probability of A given B equal to probability of A and B divided by probability of B. Now probability of A given B is 0.8. Probability of A and B 0.2. Now probability of B is a missing part, so probability of B equal to 0.2 divided by 0.8, which is 0.25, so the answer is 2. Question number 14 is giving me that expression, so I'm going to write them in the exponential fraction form. So that's c to power half, x to 2 over 2, y to power half, multiplying by 27 to power 1/3, x3 over 3, y to power 2 over 3. Now the evaluation for this one is 3. Now I'm going to add the same stuff. So 2 over 2 is 1 plus 3 over 3 is 2, so 1, so it's x squared. Now y to power half plus 2 over 3, so that's 3 over 6 plus 4 over 6, and that's 3 to power half. So I got 3 to power 3 over 2, x to power 2, y to power 7 over 6, so the answer is the fourth one. Now, what is the solution for that equation? First, I have here a common factor. So I have x minus 2, here is 10, 4 over x minus 2. I'm going to multiply the whole equation by x minus 2 multiplied by x. So that's cancel out. I have here 10 minus 4 multiplied by x minus 2 equal to 5x. Okay, now when you go, so 10 minus 4x plus 8 equal to 5x, and from that 9x equal to 18, x equal to 2. It doesn't mean like I get the 2, I have an answer. I have to check backwards. So now 10, 2 squared is 4, 2 times 2 is 4, and here 4 plus 4 over 2 to 5, 2 minus 2. Look here, the denominators are zeros. So means the solution doesn't exist and the answer is going to be 4. 5. No solution. Now, determine the solution. So I'm going to use the substitution technique. So x squared plus 2x all squared equal to 5. So x squared plus 4x squared equal to 5. So 5x squared equal to 5. So x equal to plus or minus 1. Plus or minus 1. Now, if x value have plus or minus 1, so I can plug in, so the y equal to 2 and negative 2. That's when x is 1, and here's when x is negative 1. When I write in pair, it's 1 and 2, and the other one is negative 1 and negative 2, so the answer is 3. Question number 17. Now, he has interest, so that's the initial amount. Interest 3.5 compound monthly, and he need to know after 6 years. So since it's compound monthly, so the interest rate is going to be divided by 12. Here is 2 power 12 times the year, and here is the initial amount. So what I have to do, I have to multiply 5,000 times 12.035 over 12 to power 12 times 6. This evaluation is 72, and when you're doing the calculator, it's going to come up by 6,166.5 almost when you round it. So the answer is going to be 4. Question number 18. The Fahrenheit temperature Ft of a heated object at time t is in minutes can be modeled by the function where is Fs is a surrounding temperature and F0 is the initial amount. Now, the coffee temperature, so that's F initial, and container at room at, so that's Fs, okay, and it's safe on, so that's Ft. So what I have 120 equal to 68 plus, I have here 195 minus 68 multiplied by e to power negative 0.05 times t. Now I minus 68, so I got 52 equal to, and that's 127 e to power negative 0.05 t. I divided both sides by 127, so e to power negative 0.05 t equal to 52 127. My variable in the exponent, so I'm taking ln, so negative 0.05 t equal to ln 52 over 127. Divide both sides by negative 0.05, so it's going up by 17.8 something, so when you round it, it's going up to 18. Question number 19. Now, so the intelligent, okay, test or quotient score is 100. That's the mean. With the standard deviation 15. So that's 115, that's 130, that's 145. Now, if you remember, that's 34, and that's 13.5, that's 2.35, that's 0.15, and that's minus 15, so that's 85, 70, 55. Now, he wanted the approximately is more than 130, so 130 comes on the normal distribution curve. I don't need to use the z-value, so it's 2.5%, so the number 1 is the correct one. Now, after examining the function if x equal to ln x plus 2 and gx equal to e to power x minus 1 over the interval -2 to 3. Let's determine the correct number of the solution. So the answer for that one, I have to graph it. I use a graphing website. And if you're looking, they said for the interval -2, here is a -2, and 2, 3, here is a 3. So if you're looking, we have two intersect points. So the solution should be number 2. So what I'm doing, I'm writing these two equations in y equal to, and graph them, and I can check the intersection. Okay. Question number 21. Now, if the zeros are +1, -1, 2, and you want to determine the value for b. So I'm going to say that the x is 1, the x is -1, and the x is 2. I'm going to fold them back. So that's x minus 1, and that's x plus 1, and that's x minus 2. Now I'm folding those x squared minus 1 multiplied by x minus 2. I'm folding that. So x cubed minus 2x squared minus x plus 2. Now he's asking about the b value. So the b value is -2, and the answer is going to be 4. Question number 22. The equation t equal to 1 over 0.0105 length a over 5,000 relates time t in years amount of money a earned by 5,000 investment. Which statement is accurate to describe the relationship between the average rate of change of t on the intervals 6,000 to 8,000 and 9,000 to 12,000? So I'm going to graph the function. So here, what's the function? I'm going to write it outside. Okay, so 1 over 0.0105 then open parentheses divide x over 5,000 and close the parentheses and do the scale. He asked me about the interval 6,000 to 8,000. And 9,000. So here at 8,000, 6,000 to 8,000, and 9,000 to 12,000. Okay, now I can see all of them. So a comparison can be made because the intervals are different sizes. No, because I can compare on the graph. You look here, 6,000 is close to the x-axis. Okay, so I can do a comparison. The average rate of change is equal? No, because if you're looking from the 6,000 to the 8,000, the average rate is higher than to 12,000 because it's going to be more like asymptote. Okay, the average rate of is large for interval 6,000. Yes, so if you look at jump the same amount, but the interval between 9,000 and 12,000 is bigger. That's why the average is going to be higher. So the answer is 3. Okay, okay, what is the inverse? We wanted to inverse this function where x equal to not equal to -2. So that's easy. I'm going to write that's y equal to x plus 2. Now I'm going to switch the places. That means it's x equal to y plus 2. I'm doing the cross multiplication. So y equal to xy plus 2x. I'm going to move the y's together, so y minus xy equal to 2x, taking the y like a common factor, so y 1 minus x equal to 2x. Now divide both sides, so y equal to 2x 1 minus x, and that's the inverse of the function. So the answer should be number, okay, it's number 2. It's not the same, but if you multiply by negative 1 over negative 1, it's going to give you the same answer. So it's going to be negative 2x minus 1 plus x, so I multiply by the same variable. Okay. Question number 24, and this is the last question. A study of black bears in Adirondack reveals that their population can be represented by the function, and he gives us a function, where it is a number of years. Since the study began, which function is correctly written to reveal the monthly gross? The monthly gross. So in that case, what we have to do, what we're going to do, look here. I wanted to find the compound monthly. So what does it mean? If you're looking for that one, 1.025. Now, this time I want to change it to be in months. So means I'm going to divide by 12. And t, and that's going to be the radical 12. Why? Because we know that the denominator is radical. So what I have to find the 12th root for 1.025, which is coming by 1.002059. So the answer is going to be number 1. Hope you understood. That's the end for the part. Have a good day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.